guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we have got a new Dokkan Festival exclusive here on JP. I would say this is actually one of the most worthy characters that did not have a Dokkan Fest. And I really don't count this Bardock being the same as this one right here. I don't count these as the same characters, right? This is, of course, the transforming Super Saiyan Bardock, sort of the special that released a couple years ago. Whereas, you know, this is Dragon Ball Z from this special, you know, going up against Frieza from, you know, 30 years ago at this point. I don't count them the same, and they have separate Dokkan events too, right? Like, one is Super Saiyan Bardock, sort of like little, I don't know, I almost refer to that as like a Xenoverse Bardock or something, whatever it is you want to say, right? So this guy was very deserving. His celebration is pretty bare bones. I'll talk about this briefly here, but there's another video I'm going to talk about this too. Not exactly a lot in terms of content released with the celebration. I'm thinking that Dokkan, this is sort of like where they just kind of like put a little stuff every year. Because AGL Trunks last year had the worst celebration of the year. And looks like this Bardock celebration is also going to be the worst celebration of the year. So I assume this is, again, when they're sort of preparing maybe like anniversary stuff. You know, we got Heroes coming up, right? Which you know, there's definitely going to be a lot of new characters, right? You know, we'll have New Year's, all different types of things. So it makes sense. You know, there's, I guess, not every celebration is going to be a huge W. Now, should you summon on this banner? I think Bardock, Tora, Majin, Vegeta are all very good. Super Vegeta will be good forever in Super Battle Road stages with his guaranteed stun. Really don't want to underrate that. This Legendary Super Saiyan Broly is okay. This AGL Bardock, I guess, can be okay for, like, legendary missions, right? Because we did just get a low-class warrior mission for the Legendary Goku event, the GT Legendary Goku event, and the Legendary Vegeta event. This guy will be pretty good in those for sure. Then we also have Transforming Frieza right there. I would say this banner looks like a pretty safe skip, though. Majin Vegeta, really good, but, like, I don't like him as a leader character. You know, he's a secondary character you could run on some teams, but he does have to sort of be with LR Vegeta and Trunks for Majin Vegeta to be really good. I think Bardock is pretty good, but he's not, like, a must-have. I think with Beast Gohan looming on the horizon, I think with the Heroes stuff coming, I'm pretty sure we'll be getting a Carnival LR in December. We're going to have a dual Dokkan Fest at the end of December, right? I feel like this is a good spot for JP players to save stones. You know, if you're going to if you have to summon, go summon on the Gammas, man. I think the Gammas are much better to summon on than this Bardock Dokkan Festival, right? I'm not a fan. Not a fan, I would say, of this Bardock Dokkan Fest, right? So let's go ahead and hop in. Let's sort of see what the event looks like for Bardock, right? Again, remember, he does have a brand new Dokkan event. He did not previously have one, this Dragon Ball Z Bardock. So here is his Dokkan event. Again, surprising that this is coming almost 8 years in the game, because this character did deserve one. The major premium character he got was the LR 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. But LR Bardock came out, what was that, in May of 2018. I remember he did hit top grossing too, that LR Bardock. People were very excited for him, right? So the characters, okay, so it's specifically first form Frieza's, and then like Zarbon and Dodoria. That does make sense. I feel like I'm pretty sure we're gonna get an LR in November on JP. First form Frieza to me is a pretty potentially good pick for that. I could see it. The only thing is I don't know, right, for sure, if the LR is going to be tied to Bardock or not. It may or it may not, right? You want to keep that in mind. All right, so we have 4 phases. Looks like the opening phase against the Team Bardock squad. Interesting, okay. So there, of course, we have our boy Bardock and Tora both awakened from the medals. This is the type of character, by the way, I could see these medals being used for a lot of potential LRs and Dokkan Awakenings in the future. I could see it, right? There's certain characters where you could see their medals used quite a bit moving forward. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. Let's do the new Bardock Dokkan event. You know, I think now is a really good time. I think we can all agree. One of the worst things at this point, I feel like, for Dokkan, is the fact that we do have to still grind these Dokkan events as many times as we do. I feel like that's not really the most fun, right? Is having to grind these Dokkan events over and over and over. So what I think they could do, that would make a ton of sense actually, is if they could create just like a new like difficulty level stage, right? Like they could scale it to like red zone bosses, right? So like the 4th phase of this Bardock could be like a boss that you know does, you know, over 1 million damage on a super attack, the Bardock in the final phase here. But then you would get like you'd get like 77 medals from 1 win or something like. I think that would be a great idea. I really think that would work out so well. Like, would anyone be upset about that? No, not like people would love that, right? Like, so we'd hop in, we do, you know, 1 fight. It's a red zone difficulty level boss, and if you beat it, you get your 77 medals. But then there still would be, you know, the other difficulty. You could do a difficulty stage, you know, that gets you your 7 medals per run. You could do the other difficulty that gets you 1, 2, or 3 medals per run. But then you'd also have the potential red zone level run. That I could just see that being just a tremendous way to handle it, man. I really do. I think that would be phenomenal. I just think it would work so well if people could do that. Then these Dokkan events, that would just be sort of like another layer of content too, because it's like people. I feel like a lot of people are going to want to challenge themselves with like the red zone level difficulty one, right? Like people aren't just going to settle into, you know, I'll just, you know, do the event 1 million times, right? You know, to get the medals that way. Like people would want to do the red zone like level stage. So I do think that's something Dokkan could do, and it's something they definitely should look into doing, right? That I just don't see anyone being upset about that. Yeah, that looks fine to me. A lot of people, I saw a lot of people saying Bardock's animations didn't look that good, and of course they're not referring to the intro, right? I don't think the intro is what people are referring to with that, which I think is the best intro animation in the game, probably. I think Bardock's animations look fine. I don't know what people are expecting, right? I think Bardock, to me, looks really good. Again, I've got no issues with what we're seeing. Let's go ahead and transform with Cooler. Sure, let's go ahead and pop this bad boy right here. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of our boy Bardock. I guess kind of embarrassing we didn't one-turn that phase, but whatever. I'm bringing the Brolys, right? Like, I want to see the Brolys transform and stuff like that, because I never really get to use these guys anymore, and it's like, they kind of sold for me, man. Jeez. All right, yeah, get out of here, Bardock. But yeah, anyway, I think Bardock's animations, to me, they look great. They look fine. I don't have any problems whatsoever with the way Bardock's animations look, right? Sort of like the sort of monthly Dokkan Fest. I feel like what happens is like LR Vegeta and Trunks will drop, or like the LR Gods or something like that, and people see those animations and they're like, oh, like orgasm. Like, not every unit is gonna be on that level, right? I do think that a lot of these characters, to me, they look enough. Ooh, I like this background. This is a sick background right here. Let's pop this. Let's use this Broly to get rid of this Bardock. Remember when that Broly just didn't have an active skill voice forever? I wonder if okay, so we know that Hearts is going to have an active skill, right? The hero's character that's coming at the end of the month. And he is voiced by the voice actor that does Dio in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Legendary, iconic voice actor, iconic character in Dio. So everyone is like really heavily anticipating hearing that voice actor in Dokkan. It is going to be very interesting to see, though, right? Like, what are they going to do for Global? Is Global just not going to have a voice actor? Because as far as I'm aware, like, Hearts Hearts does not have a dub voice, right? Like none of that hero stuff is dubbed. So I don't really know what they're going to do for Hearts. I guess, I mean, maybe they could just get the global voice actor for like whoever voices Dio in the JoJo Bizarre Adventures dub. Maybe they'll do, like I don't know how they'll handle that. I guess I could see if Hearts does have a voice on JP, maybe that would be the same voice on Global Dokkan, or maybe he just wouldn't have a voice if you have the audio set to the global voices. I don't know how exactly they're going to handle that, right? That is definitely interesting to think about. But there we go. There is the Bardock Dokkan event. Now, to begin the grind, we have to go ahead and take this event down 500 times, right? So, let me know what you guys think of Bardock's banner, and of course, the new Bardock Dokkan event. Definitely a character very deserving of it. Not the biggest... He's a decent unit, right? His banner, I think, is okay, but there's just no reason to summon on it. I think this is a pretty safe skip right now. This is just, I guess, like, sort of... Like, for JP Dokkan, this is the dead period of the year, right? These first 2 weeks of November are not going to have very much to it. I just want to let y'all know right now. So, let me know what you guys think of Dokkan Fest Bardock. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.